Hey there, hope you're having a wonderful day. In this video, I'm going to show you how to host your Pygame project on the web using GitHub pages. And here you can see I have my Flappy Bird game written in Python with Pygame. So if I press the space button, you can see we have Flappy Bird. And so this will be the project that I'll be using for this tutorial. If you want to learn how to code this game in Python using Pygame, I have a tutorial on how to do so, and I'll link it in the video description below. But if you want to follow along with the completed code, I'll leave a link in the description below as well to the GitHub repository. So in order to run our Pygame application on the web, we need to convert the Python code into WebAssembly. And for that, we're going to use this module called pygame. So we're going to have to install it. So just go to your search bar and open the command prompt. Mine is over here, and if you don't have the command prompt visible, you can type in terminal or command prompt to look for it. So I'm just going to click on it to open it. And inside the command prompt, I'm going to do pip install pygame, okay? Alright, and we've successfully installed pygame, and you can double check by doing pip list. And you can see we have pygame listed here. And if you don't have pip set up for your computer, I have a video tutorial on how to do so, and I'll link it in the video description below. In addition, if that command did not work for you, you may try any of these commands, and hopefully one of them will work for you for installing pygame. Alright, so in order to start the conversion to WebAssembly, we need to make a few adjustments to our code. First, your Python file should be named main.py. So pygame is going to search for a main Python file. So here I'm going to right click and select rename, and we're going to rename it to main. Next, we need to make some adjustments. So here I'm going to import async.io, and let's go down to where our game loop is. So your game loop is going to be in the form of a while loop. So here I'm going to add a new function, async main, and then we're going to put our while loop inside this main function. Alright, now because this while loop is now inside a function, any variable assignment is going to apply to local variables. So we need to declare these variables as global. So we have a few variables. So we have velocity y, score, game over. So let's add them over here. So I'm going to do global velocity y, score, and game over. And then at the very end of our game loop, so over here, I'm going to add await async.io.sleep, and we're going to pass in 0. And then outside the function, at the very end of your code, we're going to do async.io.run, and we're going to call main. Alright, now let's run the code just to make sure it works. And you can see our game is working fine. So now what we're going to do is convert our code into WebAssembly. Now, my project is inside a folder, so I have this Python file and I have these 4 images over here. I do have this Flappy Bird icon, but this is actually not used in the game. Instead, this is used for another video that I made where I show you how to convert your Python project into an executable file so that you can share it with others and they can run it on their Windows computer without installing Python. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll link the video in the description below. So for the conversion, we have this folder called flappy-bird-python, and it is located on my desktop. So I'm going to copy this, and over here, I'm going to do cd and paste it in. However, we don't want to enter the project folder. Instead, we want to enter the directory where the project folder is located. So I'm going to backspace here and just hit enter. So now we are in the desktop. Now what we're going to do is type in pygame and the name of your project folder. In my case, it was flappy-bird-python. And we're going to hit enter. So this is going to do the conversion and run the results. Alright, so we finished the conversion, and you can see it is currently being hosted on localhost 8000. So I'm just going to paste the link in here. You can also type in localhost:8000, and you can see it's going to load our game. And here you can see it says ready to start. So I'm just going to click on it, and we have a completely black screen. So this means we have an issue somewhere. So I'm going to right click and inspect, and we're going to go to the console tab. And here you can see we have an error. Not implemented error. Set timer is not implemented on WebAssembly yet. So essentially, not all the functionalities will work with WebAssembly. So we need to adjust some code again. In this case, the function was setTimer, which is being used over here. And basically, in our Flappy Bird game code, we are calling this setTimer function to send an event every 1.5 seconds, and every time we get the event, we call the createPipes function. So since the setTimer function is not supported, we're going to have to write this code ourselves. So I'm going to comment this out. And fortunately, writing this code ourselves is actually pretty easy. So over here, we're going to add two variables, pipe_delay. I'm going to set it to 1500, and last pipe time is going to be pygame.time.getTicks. So if you don't know what getTicks does, basically when you initialize pygame, there's a counter that starts and it's just going up forever. And so getTicks gets the current time since pygame started initializing. So if you hover over this, you can actually see more information. So the idea is we're going to get the current time and compare it to the last time and do the math to see if it is greater than the delay. So if the difference is greater than 1500, then we will call createPipes. So over here, I'm going to comment this out. And what we're going to do is create a variable called now to get the current time. So pygame.time.getTicks. And then over here, we're going to do if now minus last pipe time is greater than or equal to pipe delay and not game over, we're going to call createPipes, and then we're going to update the last pipe time. So last pipe time is going to set to now. And since we are doing an assignment over here with last pipe time, which is a global variable, we need to declare it over here. So last pipe time. All right, now let's run the program to make sure it works. All right, so we have Flappy Bird and the pipes are being created every 1.5 seconds. So it looks like the game is working. Now back to our command prompt, we're going to stop this by pressing Ctrl+C at the same time. Alright, and now what we're going to do is redo the conversion, and you can actually redo the previous command by pressing on the up arrow key, like so, and hit enter. Alright, so we finished the conversion. Now let's check. So I'm going to refresh this page, and we can click ready to start, and we have our Flappy Bird game. So we have our game on the web browser. The next thing we need to do is host it so that we can share it with other people. And for that, I'm going to use GitHub Pages. So when you do the conversion, you'll find a build folder in your project folder. And inside the build folder, you have this web folder. And this is where the browser code is located. So we're going to create a repository on GitHub, and we're going to upload these 4 files. So go to github.com, and if you don't have an account, make sure you sign up for one. And once you log in, you can create a new repository. So I'm going to create a new one by clicking on this green button, new. And we're going to give our repository a name. So I'm going to call it Flappy Bird Python Web, and you don't need a description. You can add a README if you want and click create repository. Alright, so we have the repository. Now click on this add file drop down. You can use Git if you want, but I'm just going to do it manually by drag and drop. So we're going to click upload files, and inside the web folder we have these 4 files. So I'm just going to drag and drop them like so. Alright, so we have the 4 files uploaded. Now we're going to click commit changes. Alright, so we have the 4 files over here, and I'm going to go to the settings tab, and on the left side where the sidebar is, I'm going to scroll down to pages. Here, I'm going to select a branch. So over here, I will select master. Yours might say main, but mine says master. So I'm just going to select this and click save. And you should see this notification up here. So we're going to wait a few minutes. And after refreshing the page, you can see it'll say your site is live at, and in my case, since I have a custom domain, it will say kennyupcoding.com. For you, it will say your username.github.io. If you want to learn how to add a custom domain for your website on GitHub Pages, I have a video tutorial on how to do that as well, and I'll link it in the video description below, but all you need to do is click on the link. Alright, and now we're just going to click ready to start, and we have our Flappy Bird game written in Python using pygame, available on the web browser. And I can just take this link and share it with other people. Okay, so that's how you can share your pygame project on the web. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give this video a like. If you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. And as always, if you want to stay up to date for more tutorials like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.